Hi there. Welcome back to our next session on Java Springs. In this session we will discuss about JDBC, MVC, and Web with Spring. Let's start it. Now let's see JdbcTemplate class. Spring JdbcTemplate is a powerful mechanism to connect to the database and execute SQL queries. It internally uses JDBC API, but eliminates a lot of problems of JDBC API. Before knowing much about, let's discuss about the problems with JDBC APIs. We need to write a lot of code before and after executing the query, such as creating connection, statement, closing result set, connection, etc. We need to perform exception handling code on the database logic. We need to handle transaction and repetition of all these codes from one to another database logic is a time-consuming task. Advantage of Spring JdbcTemplate. Spring JdbcTemplate eliminates all the above-mentioned problems of JDBC API. It provides you methods to write the queries directly, so it saves a lot of work and time. Now let's talk about Spring JDBC approaches. JdbcTemplate. Named parameter JdbcTemplate. Simple JdbcTemplate. Simple JDBC insert and simple JDBC call. Let's have a look on JdbcTemplate class. It is the central class in the Spring JDBC support classes. It takes care of creation and release of resources such as creating and closing of connection object, etc. So it will not lead to any problem if you forget to close the connection. It handles the exception and provides the informative exception messages by the help of excipient classes defined in the org.springframework.do package. We can perform all the database operations by the help of JdbcTemplate class, such as insertion, updation, deletion, and retrieval of the data from the database. Let's do an example. I have created an JDBC application. Follow the steps. Hope you have understood the Spring JDBC. Now let's discuss about Spring MVC. In Spring Web MVC, Dispatcher Surflay class works as the front controller. It is responsible to manage the flow of the Spring MVC application. The @controller annotation is used to mark the class as the controller in Spring 3. The @request mapping annotation is used to map the request URL. It is applied on the method. Let's understand the flow of Spring MVC with the help of diagram. As you can see on the screen, the diagram is numbered according to its flow. All the incoming request is intercepted by the dispatcher servlet that works as the front controller. The dispatcher servlet gets entry of handler mapping from the XML file and forwards the request to the controller. The controller returns an object of model and view. The dispatcher servlet checks the entry of view resolver in the XML file and invokes the specified view component. Let's understand it with an example. There are given 7 steps for creating the Spring MVC application. The steps are as follows. Create the request page, it is optional. Create the controller class. Provide the entry of controller in the web.xml file. Define the bean in the XML file. Display the message in the JSP page. Load the Spring Core and MVC jar files, and start server and deploy the project. I have already created an application, take a look on it and follow the steps. Hope you liked the video. We will get to know more topics in our upcoming sessions. Till then, thank you.